Hi, and welcome to the West Coast Sports Debacle. I'm Jeremiah Hamilton.
I'm David Love.
And we're back again on this lovely week for another sports talk here on our channel. Now, if you guys haven't already, go like and subscribe to our channel. Just do it. It's not that hard. All you have to do, if you haven't already, create a Google account, sign in, and then go on YouTube and subscribe. It's an easy process. We'll have a link in the comments section for you guys. It'll be easy for you guys to find.
Make sure you click the bell too. We do go live throughout the week, so that way you stay notified, stay engaged with our conversations. Because we'd like to have you guys down in the chat talking to us and being engaged with us as well.
Yep, and thank you guys that are joining on with us and watching here on Facebook today. We do this live on Facebook. We're going to be doing this live on Facebook every Monday from now on out. And then we will have a revised version that goes up on YouTube. That's why we're telling you to subscribe to it, because you'll get to see this later on. And if you happen to comment and your comment is answered on this show, I guarantee you that if you didn't see it here and you don't want to wait around, those questions will be answered in a side segment on our YouTube channel later on.
Right.
How much more can we get? I don't know. and it's all for free. That's the best part about it too.
Yeah.
We're not charging you a single penny to watch us right now. Just give you guys free links over the stuff. You guys can go check this out. Alright, so anyways, getting off topic, David, what is our first topic of the day?
First topic I want to talk about is this key to this Raiders defense, man. Arden Key. He is a freaking dud, man. I love everything I'm seeing about this guy. He's applying pressure. He didn't show up very much in the box score of the Raiders game. He was applying pressure pretty consistently and making the offensive tackles look pretty dumb over there. And not just him, but I mean the entire front seven of the Raiders defense looks tremendous this year. A huge step forward in that.
And the crazy part is, Khalil Mack's still not there.
I know.
What a surprise that we be talking about the bright spot of this Raiders team being the defensive line with no Khalil Mack there.
I don't understand it on how he's still thinking that he's going to get all that money that he's asking for when they weren't good with him last year. They're doing really good without him.
Yeah, you look at the scores through the preseason so far for the Raiders, and they have kept their opponents under 20 points a game. That's impressive even in preseason, because a lot of, like, you watch, for instance, San Francisco versus Indianapolis. San Francisco's defense gave up 23 points. Yes, I know this is preseason, but you go through here and look at some of the games. The best defensive teams that played against each other this week actually were the Browns and the Eagles with a 0-5 game.
Yeah, that was...
And it wasn't because of bad offense either. It was because the defenses were swarming to the ball and shut down the running games of both teams.
And you kind of saw that happening going into this game, at least with the Eagles defense. You know, they were a top-tier defense last year. Didn't look like it in the Super Bowl. But they were a fantastic defense last year, expecting to be this year. The Browns actually caught me off guard as to how good they were actually playing on defense against that Philly team. I understand Wentz didn't play, but these are still NFL teams. To hold the Super Bowl winning team to 0 points.
And unfortunately, their offense did a big showing, and the first round pick, Baker Mayfield, didn't really cement his job. But, you know, that's besides the point. But I just did a count on it, and there was actually 16 teams that scored over 20 points this week, which is about half the league, if you think about it.
Literally half the league.
Yeah. All right. Wait to rain on my parade. Raining down. All right, whatever. So, but we get the point that there are 16 teams that put over 20 points, and the Raiders weren't one of the teams to surrender that many points this week. They actually only surrendered 6 points, 2 field goals to the Packers. So that's pretty good, seeing that defense is really solid. The Raiders did pick up the win. Kudos to you guys, even though there was no offense really at all. It was about, I don't know, one of the most boring game offensively I've ever seen. And you know how there's a sea of hands game? Well, this was the sea of flags game, if I ever saw one.
Well, not just this game, the entire week was like that. It was just nonstop penalties.
Yeah, to see some people put up 33 points, 30 points, 27 points, 20 points even. Like in a week where there were so many flags, there was a lot of question marks. One of them for me particularly came from Kansas City and Chicago game. But if you want to, go check out the last video that was posted on our YouTube. It's actually me talking about that game specifically and Pat Mahomes and everything that I think about that guy. I went into detail a little bit about what I think about them for this season. But yeah, let's, Arden Key. Basically, I got way off topic with that one conversation, if you didn't know. But
we took the scenic route to where
I know, it's the road less traveled, as Robert Frost once wrote about. Wow, I sounded way too educated to be talking about sports right there, huh?
Just a pinch.
I know, I need to stop that.
It's a Beaumont education.
Let's slow down the mental process here a little bit, and let's go ahead and say that Arden Key has looked a lot better than I thought he was going to. I thought there was a lot of question marks with him. I really thought that there was a decomposing off the field issue that could take place with him. But if he comes out and is the Aldon Smith that we never got, then I could see this defense being really good, because we did see flashes of Aldon Smith and Khalil on the field at the same time.
Yeah.
With Bruce Irvin there and those guys in place, Arden Key, Mo Hurst, I feel like this team is set up for a big year.
Yeah,
defensively.
I completely agree, and we talked about it a little bit off camera. When you got Mario Edwards and he's hasn't been mentioned yet on this video, and we're talking about how good this front seven is, that says something. That they've got some pieces here where if this offense can come together, this could be a team that could make a lot of noise in the playoffs.
Especially since Carr and that offense could possibly be so potent at the same time. But with Donald Penn's issue still, and that's what leads me on to one of my other issues with the Raiders right now, is Donald Penn.
Yeah.
I really, really wish that the guy would just get traded or something.
Get bodied. I'll be honest, going up until this game, I had hope for Donald Penn. You know, watching this game,
I still have none.
I am right there next to you. He needs to go. He's giving up pressure on every play, basically. The one big play where in the beginning of the game when Carr went deep to Cooper, he was getting help with the tight end.
Yeah, and he was still getting beasted by himself.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the tight end, they wouldn't have gotten that pass play off.
They wouldn't.
Well, and then you kind of look at the play that he goes down on, that Carr fumbles the ball. It's all Donald Penn. Nobody else. It's a one-on-one matchup, and he just got thrown back into him, and that was the end of it. It's too easy to lose a matchup like that when stuff happens.
I don't think he's actually healthy. Looking at him, he's not moving very fast. Some people might associate that towards him being inexperienced at the right tackle position, but it's not like you're putting him in a weird situation that he's not comfortable in. A tackle's,
Well, but it's a different hand and different foot movement.
Oh no,
It's
I gotta
so
look
tough.
this way instead
The
of that
dude gets paid over 6 to 7. I think it's over $7 million a year to play tackle in the NFL.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you can pick up how to use your right hand to push and block like you've done on the other side. Oh wait, no, you didn't. You got Carr hurt 2 years in a row.
Well, now let me ask you a question. Do you see him moving to right tackle more of Colton Miller really showing what he can do during
Yes, I
practice and
honestly
everything?
think now they're shopping off Penn.
Or do you see it as I don't know, because I feel like it could be Colton Miller being good, and so they got to put him on the left side. But I see it as Penn not being healthy and playing so bad, they cannot have him on the blind side of Carr.
No, exactly, because now Carr at least has the ability to roll out to his right and be able to make some of those freak throws that he can, because he's got all the arm strength in the world. But yeah, I tend to agree with that one, that they had to have done the shift just to keep the pressure coming from in front of Carr instead of behind him. Because I think that's how he got hurt both times. Similar things too, that he got torn down from behind on both plays. And it was, of course, Donald Penn blocking on both occasions, which is a little frustrating. Especially when the first time I think he blamed it on KO's guy, but I believe the line was supposed to shift to the right anyways, and that would have been his guy. I don't know. There's a lot of drama that kind of went on with that too, because then the next season it carried over into the political scandal of the standing up, sit down on the sidelines. Gosh, if I have to talk, like I hate talking about that, but like every time with Donald Penn, it's the same subject.
Yeah. They just need to get rid of him. That way they can just move on from it and actually go win some games. In my opinion, at least.
All right, so moving on to another game. Chargers.
Yikes.
Chargers fans. Where you at?
Yeah.
Where are you at, guys?
Well, I
That
don't blame him
was-
for hiding.
Well, yeah, especially since the guy that they let go came back and gave him a butt whooping, even though he threw a pick. His team came out there to play for him. I almost feel like every time that the Saints play the Chargers, the Saints will always beat the Chargers.
I mean, I'm all for it. I don't want to see the Chargers win myself. I want to see good football. But I do want to see the Chargers
That
get
wasn't
that
good
L.
football.
Oh, I
That
know.
was not good football.
I mean, I'm rooting for good football.
I know.
But if it doesn't happen, then I just want them to get the L.
Yeah, exactly. I really... The game is so bad.
Well, and what's funny about it is that everyone talks about how good these Chargers are on defense. I didn't see it. Did you see it?
No, I didn't see him play good at all. I guess they picked off Drew Brees, but they were talking about this even in the Browns game versus the Eagles when they were talking about a quarterback that has high volume of passing like a Tom Brady. There's going to be the most interceptions that you're ever going to see. And they said that one of the guys I think that Colin Cowherd was the one who said this, that every quarterback who is a great quarterback will have a lot of interceptions some years. Because if you're throwing more touchdowns, you're throwing the ball out there more, and you're taking more risks, you're more likely to see them pop up. So, 7 of 9 though, and then 1 pick.
Well,
He didn't play bad. Drew Brees
No, he
isn't
didn't play bad.
aging himself out or anything. Taysom Hill played great with 7 of 8 for 66 yards and 1 touchdown, and then Tom Savage went 7 of 10 for 99 yards but no touchdowns. But if you really look at the numbers, their quarterbacks up against the Chargers, who is supposed to be really deep, and how we've been told several times on YouTube, what silly people we are for, not necessarily liking this, Chargers defense that much. You have no depth.
no.
And after the injury to the one guy that I said was going to have any credibility this year, Verrett, I don't really see this defense holding up the way that I did before, because the secondary is a lot weaker than was expected. Even with the addition of, that's why they need the rookie to start right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, they are having Derwin James start, and I feel like it's kind of out of necessity. When you look at the Saints actually go 21 for 27 as a team passing wise, that's not just one quarterback playing really good. That's 3 different guys. That's Tom Savage going 7 for 10 and 99 yards against your
I
team.
never thought that Tom Savage was terrible, though.
I mean, I guess.
He played good on Houston for the little bit of time he played. He's kind of like Houston's Matt McLaurin. McLaurin?
I didn't like McLaurin either. Okay, well then Hill.
Okay.
No, Hill even played pretty good. 7 of 8 for 66 and a touchdown.
But I feel like most of his got set up by his legs because he ran 6 times for 35 yards and a touchdown as well.
Yeah.
So he kind of was creating his own offense gimmick style, kind of like what I'm worried about with some other quarterbacks Pat Mahomes, that are being hyped up really hard right now.
Yeah.
And I don't want to disappoint you fans that much when the season comes around and you guys got your hopes up for this kid. Just go watch the other video, please. It'll give you a lot of insight into why I think these things. If you don't like what I'm saying, definitely watch the video so that you can get an understanding of why you don't like what I'm saying.
Right. You dig a little deeper. into
Exactly.
it.
Dig a little deeper. I don't know how many times I've sang so far, but if you guys can get an accurate count,
Yeah.
thank you.
I want to know how many. But Melvin Gordon didn't play. If Keenan Allen played, I didn't see him. So, I mean, I understand that the Chargers could say, at least on offense, well, we didn't have our big guys play. Well, we had Phillip Rivers play, and he didn't do a whole lot.
No, he didn't. At particular stats, courtesy of NFL.com, who finally got some of their stuff together. I'm not going to give them a full credit, but they're starting to get there. Phillip Rivers did go 5 of 7, but only for 29 yards passing.
Yeah.
Looked like a lot of dink and dunk action went on. The big steal of the game for everybody was Austin Eckler.
I don't think he looked bad.
6 carries for 50 yards, and then on the receiving side of the ball, he did pretty good too. Hold on here. I had that. Oh, 3 catches for 13 yards as well.
Yeah.
But those are check down passes, so you can expect that maybe the offense is a little timid. They're trying to hold back some stuff right now for the Chargers. Definitely looked very vanilla on paper, but they had 4 quarterbacks playing their game and no real offense come out by quarterbacks. 14 of 23 4 quarterbacks playing in the game for only 94 yards passing and 1 interception.
It's a good thing that this is supposed to be a Super Bowl contending team, huh?
Oh yeah. This is the one that all those fantasy leagues all pick to be the top team in the league.
Yeah, good pick, guys.
Yeah, 1-2 in preseason. I know we don't take a lot into record, but this preseason has actually been kind of good for reading some of these teams. Over the last couple of years, both me and David were big into fantasy football when it first started out.
Yeah.
So we've kind of followed this thing through all the way to this point and decided to share our information with you guys because, one, I like to talk and I'm into myself apparently. According to
Is that what they're saying?
Yeah, apparently. That's what I'm hearing in the audience. So.
Oh god.
That's fine though. It's okay.
I'm just kidding.
Well, good joke. Good joke's on me, guys. Joke's on me. All right. Anyways, carrying on. I don't know what we're carrying on to. Carry on, my wayward son.
Carry on, Johnson. Well, we can
I
talk about.
saw Kansas at the Beaumont Cherry Festival.
Yeah.
While we were in high school, it's weird.
Yeah, they were there a couple times.
No, I've only seen them once there.
I saw them at least twice.
Oh, they actually came another time?
There was one for like the Cherry Festival, and then one for like just a side concert. Kansas City.
Well, Kansas City Chiefs got beat too. So
get body. You were talking about a little bit off camera about Garoppolo.
Oh yeah. We wanted to really get into this one today. I had a lot of questions after this preseason game because they gave him a lot of work, which I wasn't expecting to see. But against the Colts, I thought that we were finally going to get to see his full coming out party this season with this offense. I did not see that. It actually left me a little bit worried for fantasy-wise for this guy for the season. Because if you look at the stats, his completion percentage was just horrendous.
9 of 19.
9 of 19, which is just a little bit over 50%. Like it's like 52 point something percent. I can't do the exact math right now, sorry. But basically, 9 of 19 for 135 yards. Yeah, he threw for over 100 yards. But with 19 attempts, a lot of the running team quarterbacks will throw 25 times in the game. He only played for a half. And he threw 19 times with only 9 completions.
Well, a lot of that has to do with how banged up the running backs are right now.
The running backs are. Alfred Morris ran 17 times for 84 yards.
Well,
it looks like they had a lot of potential to push the ball and play a lot of offense, but it didn't really pay off for him.
Well, Morris just signed with the team last week or the week before. McKinnon's still a little bit hurt. Burrito's still out. So you actually got Morris as a third-string running back who got the majority of the carries.
He got 17 carries.
Yeah.
And then Jeffrey Wilson had 5 carries for 24 yards too. They ran for 126 yards, which isn't that bad. And their quarterbacks all together, besides Garoppolo, actually didn't play terrible other than the interception from Nick Mullins. They had 20 of 33. So 20 of 33 for 280 yards altogether. So moving the ball around wasn't an issue.
And 11 of those completions were actually from Garoppolo. But C.J. Beathard isn't awful.
9 completions were from him. That's it.
No, 9 incompletions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
11. Yeah, all right, guys, what you're saying. Your 10 incompletions were from him.
Yeah.
So that means that the other guys only threw 3 incomplete passes in comparison.
Yeah. But Beathard's solid. You know, he played most of the games last year in the regular season for him. I don't think he's awful. So, I mean, it's kind of good to see the depth that this team does have. The receiving core of the Niners look pretty good. A couple really good plays from Pierre Garçon and Marcus Goodwin.
Well, he caught the ball twice on 3 targets. That's not bad. Richie James had 3 receptions on 4 targets.
It wasn't just 2 catches, though. It was 2 catches for 62 yards. So when you're going 31 yards a catch, I'll take that all day long.
True, but it could have been one really big pass play and then another one not so big. So you don't know yet for sure. I haven't gone through the full game film of this one.
It was
other than I did watch a lot of Andrew Luck because I was kind of interested to see what he looked like coming back.
He had a 47-yard catch and then a 15-yard catch.
Okay, so those weren't bad.
No.
But in comparison, Garoppolo's the guy that this same team, right? The same San Francisco team had an option to try to trade for Andrew Luck at one point. They were trying to. Andrew Luck in this game, 8 of 10, 90 yards and a touchdown. With no running game. And he rushed the ball 4 times for 27 yards himself.
Right.
For being hurt, or a guy that came off of an injury, not too shabby.
I've been pretty high on this Colts offense going into the season with Luck back. T.Y. Hilton's going to be a superstar, top 5, top 10 receiver this specific year going into it.
And he only had 2 catches for 17 yards in this game, which is the crazy part.
Yeah. They didn't actually explode like they will in the regular season. But both these teams right here, I think, are going to be pretty good in the actual regular season when their starters are there and healthy. San Francisco already said that McKinnon will be there week 1. Kittle will probably be there. Well, yeah, I mean, but they're projecting his health to be there. They're projecting Kittle to be ready to go week 1. But it looks like the Colts got a big issue going on with their running game, for sure.
Well, and if Andrew Luck's already rushing the ball 4 times in the game in preseason, that's kind of showing you where their offense is going right now.
Well,
and it's not in a good direction.
No, but what it does tell me, though, is that Luck is confident enough in himself to run and put himself in dangerous situations. So I mean, it's not a big sign, but it points to what it could become, in my opinion.
You want to hear an interesting stat?
Sure.
There was a team in week 3 of preseason that only threw the ball for 68 yards and won the game. Do you know what that team was?
Wait. They threw for only 68 yards in the entire game and won.
Yes.
Okay, who's
by
that?
a blowout score, too.
Who's that?
The Arizona Cardinals. What a surprise that was to see that Mike Glennon, Chad Kanoff, and Sam Bradford only threw for 68 yards and they won the game 27-3 over Dallas.
And David Johnson did not play.
Yeah, TJ Logan rushed the ball 6 times for 86 yards and ran for a touchdown. Chase Edmonds rushed the ball 11 times for 55 yards.
I'll project him to be the backup for sure.
Chase Edmonds?
Yeah, I like
TJ
what
Logan, I thought played pretty good.
No, I'm not saying he looked bad by any means. I think that Edmonds has a lot of potential in this specific scheme with his running style. A little bit better than Logan, in my opinion. Like when you dig a little bit deeper.
Well, both of them had 2 catches. One of them for 9, one of them for 8. The one for 9 yards in the game was TJ Logan.
Okay, well, if Edmonds fell forward, he would have got another yard. What surprised me the most about this game was how good the Cardinals' defense looked. I understand that Prescott didn't play, and I don't believe Elliott played either. But when you got a pick 6 early in the game by Arizona, and Dallas actually didn't have a single point in the game until I believe 22 seconds left in the entire game to kick a field goal.
Well, wasn't this offense supposed to be new for Dallas too? Aren't they supposed to be like trying to gel together and everything?
Allegedly.
Yeah, well, how come Dak isn't playing?
That's the thing, especially when you're looking at this Cowboys receiving core. I mean, I feel like you could say who you think the number one receiver is. I can say who I think it is. Someone else can say who they think it is. And that's the problem with this team, is that there's no standout receiver on this team. You got Michael Gallup, who looked pretty good last week. You got Allen Hurts, who's coming in off of the AC, I believe it's the ACL.
Yeah.
I know it was an injury last year that.
Well,
took him out
basically
for
all
a
the
year.
guys that you're mentioning right now
Mhm.
didn't even really play. That's what it looks like.
Well, the thing about gelling together is that you typically have to play to gel together. So I'm just throwing that out there.
I guess that they're just trying to stay healthy is the whole goal of everything at this point.
I guess.
Well, and the Raiders kind of took that approach too after Carr went down. But
Yeah.
all right, so I have a question for everybody in the audience. This is our question of the day. And on YouTube, you'll see a little graphic right in the middle, right between our heads. Question of the day.
It's gonna
Okay.
look real dumb if you forget the graphic.
Oh, well, it wouldn't be the first time, it won't be the last time, Scotty.
Alright, Jim.
Chuck.
Christy.
Hi, Christy. I don't know. Maybe?
I don't think you know Christy. She's a friend of mine.
Okay. Alright, well, anyways. Question of the day
Mhm.
is, which number 4 quarterback is going to have the best year? Ready for this?
Mhm.
There are 3 number 4 quarterbacks that I'm talking about right now. Number 1, Derek Carr. Number 2, Deshaun Watson. Number 3, Dak Prescott. And that's a question to all of you guys in the audience. Out of those 3 quarterbacks, which one of them is going to have the better year? We'll be talking to you guys next week about that and more here on the West Coast Sports Debacle. I've been Jeremiah.
I've been David.
Bye-bye.
Bye.